into Omizi. He just posted. I'm talking about, I feel like a stalker catching this video this early. Small YouTubers will do anything for clout. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that clip method. I'm just not doing it personally, okay? I'll just take my time. But let's see what happened that caught his attention. Let's watch. His immediate attention.
I'm going to be texting a whole bunch of minors, but this is...
I love...
Everybody want to know, is the prank catchers fake? Well, I'm going to be the one that step up to the plate. I'm going to be the one that text a whole bunch of minors.
I pray you actually get arrested. I hope you get your clip from that. I pray that the cops knock at your door and arrest you.
Basically, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna be treating the registered offenders list like it's Tinder.
I'm supposed to be in prison right now. I should not be walking these streets. Today is day 5 of texting minors every day until I meet Gideon.
Whenever I used to go to job interviews, I no longer do because, you know, this is the unemployed news network. My mom used to tell me something. Stand out, be different, don't blend in with the crowd. I took that as wear a different tie, have a different haircut, put on a suit while everybody might have on a polo. These new and up and coming content creators though aren't doing these things with their clothing. They're doing it in a whole different level. They understand that normal doesn't get attention. Safe isn't what people want to see. And normal is just normal. So they decide to go bigger, more extreme, push the concept.
Okay, before I let Weezy go on with the video, I'm gonna try not to interrupt that much, but y'all know I'm lying. It's just like, y'all never heard this thing, like, a man that stands for nothing will fall for anything. Y'all don't stand for nothing though. Like, even your own morals, like, you don't stand for shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, even if you're not doing these things or you're faking or you lying about a clout, like, even just like you don't feel no type of way saying that statement like, oh, I'm texting minors to get, you know, you don't, like, where's the self-respect? Where's the pride? And you have none. You're actually a danger to society because you will literally fall for anything. Literally.
Steps further, and it starts as this creative experimentation trying to find an audience, but ultimately it leads to chasing this shock value identity, pushing these different boundaries, crossing lines, and even dabbling into illegal activities for the hopes that they are able to see a silver plaque and a couple of dollars from YouTube. These two creators aren't random. They are the byproduct of a system that is broken because these content creators are doing whatever it takes to get famous. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for the channel. Each subscription that you add tames me from being one of these extreme content creators. Not that I'm gonna text minors, but I might just start streaming and recording videos butt naked. Now, back into the video. Now, Lil Will or Will Touch Grass is not a content creator that is unfamiliar to me. He started off by making these TikTok videos claiming that these 3 hoods in Chicago were soft, or these X amount of gangs in this area were soft, etc., etc.
Top 3 softest hoods in Chicago. Number 1, Bloodhound. Bloodhound's hella soft. Next time you go to Chicago, you want to go straight to the Bloodhound area. You want to go over there looking at everybody crazy, snatching everybody's chain. They ain't gonna do nothing. They all soft.
So he's always been one to press buttons because obviously these things antagonize different people and got them riled up about the content that he was making. I take it all the way back to his beginnings to let you know that this is a shift from what we usually know. Most content creators turn into outrage creators. They start off by making their simple 2K or gaming videos and then transition into, I'm gonna say something outrageous because I need to get noticed. This generation, this era starts off as outrage content creators. But the problem is that there has to be some sort of escalation because when Lil Will's claiming of these Chicago hoods gets tired and soft, he decides to go the extreme next route and contact minors in order to get attention.
I could be going forever, bro, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be texting these minors. I'm going to be flirting with minors. I'm going to be meeting up with minors. I'm going to be texting minors, and I'm just going to be trying to see if catching a predator is real.
This isn't just one video. He has decided to dedicate his entire channel to creating this content in which he meets up with minors in an attempt to expose/meet Gideon. The goal of his channel isn't about accuracy. It's not about audience building. It's not about brandability or any of that. The goal is reaction. These ideas are built off of shock first and foremost, and then they attach his name to bigger creators so that ultimately he can get bigger buzz and bigger motion. You see, he's not really exposing anything through experimentation. He's just inserting himself into a a situation that's already trending. But what I don't think that this young man understands is that the cost of trying to get attention of this way is way more expensive than he can even imagine. Now, eventually he does get in contact with Gideon, or Gideon sees this content and reacts to it.
Oh my God, this dude hooked on the clout drug. Say he blows up, man. He is right now, but he's blowing up for all the wrong reasons, bro. Everybody's just gonna look at him as a dude that pretended to be a PDF.
Hey, you finally caught it. Finally caught what you needed. But Gideon goes on to condemn these actions, saying that they're stupid. This is just somebody going far for attention.
I'm glad that Gideon's saying that, because you know what, for a minute, I'm not saying Gideon was like this level, but I feel like Gideon was a variant.
This isn't any sort of real critique. This is crazy. All these different things about the content being made. And the sad thing is, just like
Don't
that,
argue
15
with me.
seconds is up, but the lasting effects are forever. Sure, he went viral, and sure, a lot of commentary channels are making videos about him. People are having their think pieces about him, etc., etc. But at the cost of never being able to control your image again and never having people wanting to associate with you again, I don't think it's worth it. And the only thing that you can do from here is escalate up. That means keep going into the toxicity, keep going into the extreme nature, and just do something that is even more extreme than talking to minors. And trust me, you don't actually want to see it. But it's sad to say that he's not the only one that thinks that this is the way to garner some sort of attention or success.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically wherever I'm at, I'm gonna be treating the registered offenders list like it's Tinder. So after about 20 minutes of scrolling, I had to settle for something. I mean, of course she's not looking great right here because it's a mugshot, but I see potential.
This content creator is another example of somebody who pushed things way too far. Instead of going out there like a normal, regular person trying to find dates, well, I guess a great amount of people actually use online dating sites in order to find potential partners. Usually that's Tinder though, Bumble, Grindr, Black People Meet, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. He's using the registered offenders list, and yeah, that type of offender, in order to find people to date. Instead of him using Tinder, he's using offender. You get it? Tinder, offender. Let's keep going. I think a lot of us who have been consuming the internet for X amount of years can obviously spot when stuff is fake and are skeptical when people do these things. Sure, you can say that you're going and meeting offenders. Sure, you can say that you're DMing children, but for the most part, we can criticize, but obviously brush off as fake. But this content creator, Scam Likely, that we were just talking about, actually takes it to the next level. They actually go on to start meeting these real life offenders.
Sexual assault of a child. This is her?
Yeah, this is her.
Oh, really don't like redheads, but I mean, to each his own.
Yeah, that's my car. Thank you. It's cute.
Imagine you're a child. I know, imagine you have a child or a child in your family, and they are abused and taken advantage of by a sick ass person, which so then they are arrested and put on a list. And you have this lame ass nigga in a gal deep shirt making a YouTube video trying to go on a date with them.
Like you.
Yeah.
Anything from you
look
though,
good
right?
Today.
Are you here to buy a ring?
Yeah, I'm here to buy the ring.
Okay.
Now it's bigger than just lying on the internet. These people are actually doing what could be harmful things IRL with these people who are offenders. I think what's even nastier, in my opinion, is that they are exposing these people to real life eyeballs and audiences who will then probably continuously harass them if they do see them IRL. Or if this person who was living a more private life that didn't want to be displayed like this, now they have to be subjected to online scrutiny because.
Or imagine your fucking offender, assaulter, and attacker popping up on a YouTube video because this fucking lame ass nigga wanted to make a video. Like, y'all not seeing how stupid this is? Like, no, literally.
Because now this is on a platform with 1 million subscribers. These people aren't exposing anything. They're making content out of this. Because this is a monkey see, monkey do world, they're just encouraging the next generation and the next generation to continuously do what they're doing.
And honestly, you can be put on the sex offender list for a multitude of things, but still.
Pushing the line back slowly but surely into a world of us not understanding what is or isn't okay in order to become a creator. This is the same strategy, but just two different executions. One is using titles and thumbnails in order to create some sort of shock value. The other one is using these real life interactions with real life people in order to draw clicks and views. And so now it's less about the personality, but more about the shock. And when the shock becomes the line doesn't matter anymore. I know a lot of people will say that, hey, this is just some sort of content content. It's not real. It
Gotta
doesn't
be
really matter.
teens.
People shouldn't really be taking this seriously. But I have something to say about that. We've seen this before when we've brushed off these shock value content creators in the past. For the most part, we baked in some sort of excuse for them. Hey, this is content. It's not that serious. This is just an experiment. That's a good title. That's a good thumbnail, etc., etc. And now we have content creators like a Jack Doherty.
Oh! Oh! No! 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 Holy fucking shit. Oh, Michael. I'm kidding, but like, my brother's gay. The fuck? I kissed 2 guys at once. How can I be homophobic? You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You also get a creator like Mizzy, the person who entered people's homes.
Huh. Is this where the study group is?
No.
Wait, this is not where the study group is?
I got kids, man.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry.
And you also get the potential future convict Johnny Somali. The problem is that content isn't just what's being made anymore. If everything gets labeled as some sort of content, then nothing becomes off limits and everyone is subjected to the harms of this extreme pushing the line culture that is needed in order to generate clicks and views. But you see, this is the part that gets ignored. And I'm talking about specifically from the perspective of a creator who thinks that this is a legitimate and viable path in order to become famous and successful in content creation. Once you push the envelope, you're gonna have to push it again. You're gonna go viral, you're gonna get addicted to the views, and you're gonna generate and accumulate an audience that is looking for you to be the spectacle. If you try to do some sort of revert, you'll see a droppage in views. You can't just step up out the gate as a content creator who spews hate speech, garners an audience who likes said hate speech, and then try to turn around and spin a positive message to them. That just doesn't work. There's only one direction here, and it's up. And you know what happens eventually when you get so high up? Eventually the shock is gonna wear off. The ideas are gonna run out, or something real will happen to you. That fall is coming. Think about Johnny Somali, somebody who's built his name and brand off of pushing these limits and these ideas as to what content is. He was doing these real world challenges, trying to see if there were real world consequences, and going to places and spaces that he knew would land him in hot water if he did it, but he did it anyway. And now that hot water is boiling as he faces real life jail time from Korea because he couldn't handle it. So
all right, so today's Johnny Somali court hearing just ended over in Seoul, South Korea. It was definitely not good for Johnny. Things went really bad because the prosecutor recommended 3 years in prison with labor.
I'm gonna be quite honest with you, my message isn't necessarily to these young creators that I mentioned before because I think that they are so far gone. But this is to anybody in the future. What these guys are doing and creators like them is removing the lines as to what content actually is. Once the line is gone, you don't know where to go next. You don't know when to stop. You don't know up from down or left from right. The pattern just becomes the same. You do the content, you push the line further, you justify it, and then you have to deal with the consequences. But I'm pretty sure if you ask a creator like Vitali what the consequences are, it's something that you're not gonna wanna live with because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Sure, you might have a summer or two of outrageous success, outrageous fame, and people talking about you over and over again. But after a few demonetizations and you being pushed to these fringe platforms and ultimately you falling off of a cliff and nobody talking about you, only next step is doing something that can either land you in jail or seriously hurt. I know that the number on young people trying to become content creators is very large, but I'm telling you right now, this is not the way to do it and create some sort of sustainable career for yourself. This is stupid. Do not do this.
It's literally not the way at all. These niggas, we have to stop watching this type of shit. You know, as much as I want to blame these creators, and I do, I put full responsibility and blame on them, y'all have to stop clicking on this shit. Oh my god, I can't believe. Start looking at these titles from the weirdo. Skip. That's a weird ass nigga. This nigga's weird. Skip. You're lame. Skip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start shaming people. Like, start shaming and stop watching. You're like, oh my god, will he take it to the next? That shit's not interesting to me. Oh god, it's never been interesting to me. I've never watched these past the creators he remaining that are you know who dealt with this. That has never been entertaining for me. You would never get a view from me personally. Like the most you might get is me watching you in an old music video, me reacting to that, and that's it. Cause I see that shit in my regular. Like, you're lame. You're lame. You're stupid. You're weird. You're like every negative word comes to my head. Like ew. Like why would I even want to watch something like this? Like ugh. Like you know what I'm saying? Like start treating these people like that. Cause like, or it's just gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep going. It's gonna get worse, and then you're gonna have these people doing whatever for 5 minutes of fame. for 5 minutes of fame. Now, I get it, like, you want to be a content creator, be a content creator, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you gotta do things that are morally and legally out of bounds, like, it's not worth it. It's literally not worth it. Go put it in a job application, okay? W video, Meezy. W video.